Hello, I'm Jim Cassetta, the local history librarian here at the Pearl River Public Library. And today my guest is Karin Wegner O'Keefe, who is a patron of the Pearl River Library, a resident of Pearl River. And she's being interviewed because we're interviewing patrons that live here in Pearl River for our 60th anniversary on Franklin Avenue, which will occur in the fall of 2003. Welcome, Karin. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, when did you come to Pearl River?
When I was born in 1964.
Okay. Were you born in Nyack Hospital?
No, Good Sam.
Oh, Good Sam. Okay. And where did you live growing up? So you came home and
Brightwood Avenue.
on Brightwood Avenue. Okay, that's where you live. And what school, elementary school, did you attend?
We can say that in plural. Kindergarten was Franklin Avenue.
Mhm.
First grade was Evans Park. And then for the rest of the duration, it was in Lincoln Avenue.
Okay, so that was your elementary school experience. What were some of your early memories of growing up here in Pearl River?
Just want me for a loop now. Probably my earliest memory was when my mother became pregnant with my sister, and I didn't understand the concept of it. And
Right.
also, I was going to have a living doll, as opposed to what I had already at home.
Right.
My parents trying to learn English,
Mhm.
and going for their citizenship and whatnot. That would be. We can go on forever. So.
Now, where did they come from, that they were learning English and needed citizenship?
They're from East Berlin. They came here to America on May 4th, 1961.
That's pretty interesting. So, growing up, what were some of your favorite things to do here in town?
Oh, what was this name of that store? Where you got the bubble gum for 2 cents.
Braunfels?
Bronzeville, the Five and Dime.
Yeah.
You know, that was it. Riding our bicycles, being able to be free away from our parents, only 2 blocks away, but
Well, still,
can't get away with that nowadays.
no, it's a different world. It's changed, absolutely. What did your parents do? What were their occupations?
My father studied as an apprenticeship, whatnot, and I don't know what degree you can equal to, in East Germany as a bricklayer.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother studied nursing, which she was not allowed, and she got her RN in Germany, but was not allowed to practice it here in the United States.
That's interesting. Why not?
Probably because English was her second language, and
Education systems.
the words,
being
if
different.
the doctor calls out such and such and she doesn't understand it, I don't know. I'm venturing to guess here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's common. My wife was trained as a teacher. She's a teaching assistant here today, but her education didn't translate as far as being able to get a teaching job. So it's quite common.
So she
When
can
you were
empathize.
Yeah, when you were a kid, did you visit the library? You and your
Yes.
sister?
Yes, we did.
And what did you do here?
The first time I came here, and I still haven't been able to find it, it was a big production. Got to fill out our first library card in our own handwriting. And I was 4 or 5 at the most. And I still have it somewhere among all my stuff, which I really hope I could find to not give it to photocopy for you.
Sure, that's fine.
Because I keep everything.
I have mine too.
Do you
I
really?
do.
With your makeshift handwriting?
Yeah, and my mother's signature,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
And what did your mother write?
What did she write?
How'd she sign her name?
Mrs. J. Cassetta.
There you go.
Right.
My mother was Mrs. Manfred Wegner,
Right.
not her first name.
Not first names, right? That's, when you're doing local history and you're trying to find out more about these individuals, sometimes that's a hurdle, because they'll always say that Mrs. So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so. So you have to go into census information to actually extract their first names and make them human beings instead of Mrs. J. Cassetta. Are you a reader?
Most recently, I'd say in the past 10 years, My pastor at my church started a book reading group,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided, I'm a horrible reader, and I thought, I gotta improve on that. And the only way I'm gonna improve on it is if I start out slow, which we do a book, a chapter, a little at a time. And so I'm getting better, I'm making the progress.
That's great. Well, I know that you're an avid program attender. What kind of programs did you attend when you were a child?
My favorite one, the one I remember the best, and I wish I could remember the librarian's name, she had dark hair.
Mrs. Jekyll.
Yes!
Anita Jekyll.
Yes,
Right.
yes. She had a tea party here, and with little teacups and whatnot. I was 4 or 5 years old, and got all in your dress and whatnot. And we played grown-up world, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to give my doll a haircut, and I brought it outside to give her her nice haircut so she looked pretty for the tea party, and couldn't find the scissors. And I went back in the house looking, and it turns out my brother had the scissors the whole time.
Oh, boy.
Nothing. My brother took all the hair off.
Oh, gosh.
He was like 3. He wouldn't remember that. But then it was story time, correlated with it.
Right.
So that was my best memory
And
that
you
I.
enjoy those.
Oh,
That's-
absolutely.
That's great.
Fantasy world, really.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, kids need that. That's how you learn. That's how play is learning.
Mm-hmm.
And the library always did a good job providing that. I remember coming here and watching films and making houses out of popsicle sticks, and which boys loved. That was one of my favorites. There used to be a program. We made an entire town one time out of popsicle sticks. Do you value the library? I mean, not just for yourself, but in the community also.
For myself, it's obvious. I'm here all the time. For the community, I wish it would be utilized a little bit more, not people relying only on the internet and whatnot. I mean, of course, if you're homebound is one situation, but if you get community here, you get to meet people, whatnot, and you might reach out to a book that you did not ever think would be your interest. You just might, flip through it. And I think that when you're at home, you're stuck with only what's in your mindset. And here you could get a broader perspective, if you will.
Right. During COVID, did you take advantage of anything that we had going on here? We tried to have books available for people leaving bags outside the building.
Unfortunately, I have to say no, and it has nothing to do with COVID. It just coincides. That's when I broke my ankle and I had the surgery, and I was laid up for the longest time. So, I mean, laying on the couch and really being on the boob tube. Going back to what I just said, modern technology.
Yeah.
I was stuck with that. So yes, unfortunately I did not get to utilize it. Only because of
That's
my
fine.
circumstance.
Do you remember a few years back that we had a hurricane and people lost power for a while and all that? It was a while back.
You mean
And
Hurricane Sandy?
I think that was it. Were you divided between coming here and warming up, because we were a warming center, and bailing out your basement?
Well, Jim, what a question you're asking. I was in the hospital because that's when I lost my eyesight.
Oh my gosh.
That's when I went blind
In one eye.
in one eye. So
Oh
I
my God.
was hospitalized down
Oh,
in Hackensack.
okay. Well, it's unfortunate that you were injured and couldn't take advantage of what we had to offer, but that's okay.
I wasn't allowed to read after that, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure, the light.
No, not only that, they didn't want me to shift my good eye or my bad eye.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, it seems everything coincides with something bad. COVID, now a hurricane.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. What do you like most about coming to the library? Is it the use of technology or the socialization?
Socialization, absolutely.
Okay. I know you're a visitor to Coffee Talk every Monday, and we have a fantastic group of people. a diverse group of people, and everybody just gets along together so well. There's, so do you, how does that make you feel? I mean, you attend it because it's...
Well, I love diversity, that's a given. It's diversity not only is it in religions, or lack thereof, but nationalities, you know, as we've discussed.
Right.
But there's age brackets where people are my parents' age, and down to, I'm almost the youngest. There's only one other person younger than me.
Yeah, I think
So we got a nice...
Yeah, there's a nice range.
And we got an all respect for each other. It's not that
Yes.
we, you know, oh, you're a young whippersnapper, you know, you don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
You know.
Right. And also political beliefs. We have a diverse political beliefs. Dan is on one end of the spectrum, right? And you and I think, are on the other end of the
No, I'm not on the same spectrum as you.
No, okay. Well, I'm a little left of center, but he's on the way in. But nobody's cursing at each other. No one's shouting. No one's hurling epithets. And we have people from all over the world, you know, with different viewpoints, and that's what makes it nice.
Well, that's my standard statement, especially my parents coming from communist Germany and them instilling it. If somebody has a political view, my response is, that's what makes America great. We can all have our view.
Right.
You can't go to certain countries and have your own view.
Exactly. We can agree to disagree, and everybody has the right, right?
Absolutely.
Well, there you go. It was very nice talking to you this afternoon. Thanks for coming out. Thank you very much. And I thank you all, and we will see you at the next interview.